Strikeout. Take one.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to ESPN. I am Clayton Bacon, and today I am joined by an individual who truly has become the stuff of legends over the past decade. Three-time Hank Aaron Award recipient during his 5.5 years playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates, a team he carried through the World Series 4 years in a row. After his retirement, he became known for the bold decision to revive and manage the Cleveland Spiders. You know his name, ladies and gentlemen, Giacchino Branzino. Thank you so much for joining me today, Giacchino.
I couldn't be happier to be here, Clayton. Truly.
Now, you're an interesting figure in baseball, largely due to your willingness to stir up controversy.
I'm not afraid to ruffle some feathers, yes.
Let's start with your decision to revive the Cleveland Spiders in 2020. For those of you who are unaware, the Cleveland Spiders were, in fact, defunct for the better part of 120 years, having folded in 1899. In 2020, you had the bold idea of bringing them back into the modern baseball discourse.
Well, I'm something of a visionary, Clayton. I heard about these guys way back in the days, the golden years, if you will, who just didn't give a damn about the status quo, conventional play, some might say even the rules of baseball. I wanted to honor that style of play. I wanted to bring that raw, almost scary energy back into today's game.
Some certainly would use the term scary to describe it. From what I understand, Foggy Browntown, shortstop for the Spiders in 1887, quote, took a line drive directly to the face and went berserk, proceeding to bite people, including a 6-year-old boy watching peacefully from the stands. Browntown was admitted to an asylum after the incident and euthanized shortly after.
Yeah, and that's the way you play the game.
What?
That is genuine, raw passion, unleashing the animal within. That's what baseball's all about.
Okay, well, the reason I say your decision to revive this team was considered controversial is because you... Wait, do I have this right? You
did not communicate with the Cleveland Guardians in any way, shape, or form, yeah?
Cleveland Guardians being the current team representing Cleveland, Ohio.
They're representing a delusion now, buddy.
Okay, so how did you even do that?
The answer is twofold, Mr. Bacon. I have will, and I have grit.
Yeah, but I feel like that might elicit some resistance.
Listen, when you're looking at a player with my track record, you can pull a few strings.
Sure. Okay. We'll come back to the Spiders in a moment. Let's talk about your career on the field.
Love to.
Now, you had quite an illustrious career with the Pirates. 3 Hank Aaron Awards. That's quite something.
Earned each and every one of them.
I'm not exactly familiar with the circumstances that led to you receiving these awards. Would you care to elaborate on that?
Some of the best times of my career, truly. So the Hank Aaron Award is for offense, right? Heavy hitters and all that. I hit 93 home runs in a single game.
You did? Okay, that's insane.
Well, here's the thing. The circumstances were a bit confusing leading up to me getting the award. It was determined that the hits certainly could have, and indeed would have been home runs.
Why weren't they home runs?
Unfortunately, every single one of those 93 hits went directly into the bat boy's throat.
What? All of them?
At 106 miles an hour, yeah.
Was he okay?
No, the 93rd one killed him.
That's awful. I mean, were you aiming for him?
I mean, no comment.
Okay, and they still gave you the award.
I mean, it was determined that the hits should have been judged based on the potential of their trajectory, had the bat boy not been in the way. So these line drives that went directly vertical, or I mean horizontal from the baseball bat, would have been home runs, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, what about the other two?
The other 2 Hank Aaron Awards? Oh, yeah. In 2019, I had a 100 hit to miss ratio in one game, landed 87.
I mean, wow, that's incredible.
It should be said none of those hits were with a baseball, but who's counting?
What the hell does that mean?
Well, crazy situation. A herd of Bactrian camels were being relocated from the zoo. Truck crashed somehow. And they all escaped and ran onto the field.
So what? You
Took up a hunting rifle and blasted each and every one of them into Kingdom Come.
What? That's horrible. That doesn't even have anything to do with baseball.
Well, I didn't miss a single one, so clearly that was worth something to the powers that be.
Bactrian camels. I've never even heard of that.
All I know is that they're extremely endangered.
Goodness. What about the third year?
Well, even crazier. Same exact situation, but with red wolves.
Red wolves? Aren't there only like 17 of those left?
There were.
Good Lord.
They went boom.
but how the hell does this relate to the Hank Aaron Award? Like, why would they present it to you for those things?
I won't lie. I'm a powerful figure in the industry. I pulled some strings.
With whom, may I ask?
I might have had a conversation with Hank Aaron.
With Hank Aaron?
The Hank Aaron, yeah.
When?
Last year.
Mr. Branzino, I regret to inform you that Hank Aaron died in 2021.
He did?
Yes.
I went to his house. I found his address in the phone book.
So you just found someone named Hank Aaron and...
Tried on his doorstep, exactly.
So do you actually have a Hank Aaron Award, or...
I mean, he said I could have it. I told him, I said, I play the game good. I keep my bat shiny. Always have my cleaver on my person in case the sashimi challenge occurs mid-game. I never curse, I never spit.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Sashimi challenge, what's that?
In the third inning, at any point, it is legal for the umpire to throw an entire giant tuna onto completely unprompted. Whichever team can cut it up for sushi the fastest gets half a point.
I've never seen that one time.
It's in the baseball handbook. Maybe you should read it. Right under the baby clause. If any player sees a baby at the game, it is within their right to call for baby time, in which every player gets a blankie and takes a nap.
Mr. Branzino, have you ever played the game of baseball before?
I resent the question. Moving on.
Right. Going back to the Cleveland Spiders for a moment, you revived the team back in 2020 while the Cleveland Guardians were already representing the state of Ohio. How, may I ask, did they feel about that?
No, they weren't happy.
Astonishing.
Look, it was 2020. There was a pandemic, and all they chose to do was stay at home. The field was open. I got my guys together, and we went out there. Slackers eat crackers.
It's not a phrase, and even if it were, I would have no idea what that means in the context. So, how was that hashed out between the two of you?
Turf war, or, as I like to call it, AstroTurf war, with real guns.
Oh.
Ongoing. Many lives have been lost. 6 city blocks in Cleveland have been shut down over the past 5 years because of it.
So you're a war criminal, basically.
That depends. Does loving America's pastime make me a war criminal?
I mean, the people who have died in the crossfire of your cause might say that.
You just lack vision, Mr. Bacon.
Seemingly so. Now, before we wrap up, I understand you have an announcement, yes?
That's right. I'm proud to formally announce that I have been appointed as the United States Secretary of Defense.
That's right, folks. We're screwed. Thank you for joining us. This has been Clayton Bacon of ESPN. Thank you for listening.